Hey, what's up guys, how you all doing? I'm Paul the Tech Giant and welcome to the channel. Now I've got a great video for you guys today because I'm going to be doing a daytime brightness and reflection test between two rival TVs, and those two TVs are the 49-inch LG Nano86 Nanocell TV, and the box for that is right there, and that is a 2020 model. And also the 50-inch Smasung Q60T QLED. And that is the box for it right there, and this is also a 2020 model. Now before we get into the testing, just got to give a quick shout out to the guys at box.co.uk who were kind enough to send over both of these TVs, which has allowed me to make this video for you guys at home. So if you are looking to buy a new TV, then please go and check them out in the link in the description. They offer a free 5-year warranty with TVs like the Nanocell, and they also price match. And by buying from them, you will also be supporting the channel at the same time. So please go and check out the guys at box.co.uk. Now, if I just quickly show you guys the setup that I've got going on here. So we've got the LG up the top, the Samsung down the bottom. And I have tried to get both of the TVs as close as possible. I know it's not perfect, but it's what I can do within this environment. This is my home at the end of the day. We have got a south-facing window, and we've got quite a bit of light coming in there. It's not the brightest of day, but still there is a lot of light coming in. And before anyone says anything, no, that sofa will not be shadowing this TV. I move the camera around as much as I can to show those angles off between the two TVs. So like I said, please bear with me. It's as best as I can do, and it's going to be a damn sight better than you probably see in some retail store. So let's crack on. Right, so firstly, we are starting with the 4K footage, as it says just there. And if I just prove it to you guys as well, if I just get it up on the screens there, there we go, quality. If you see that, yeah, 4K, there we go. So it's the same on both TVs. Now again, settings wise, if I just quickly show you, so we know where we're at as we go forward. So we are in vivid mode on the LG, and the backlight is all the way up. I have turned off any eco settings as well on both TVs. And the Samsung, we're in dynamic. So these are on there, both, you know, highest, like punchiest settings, brightness all the way up, again, eco settings all off. So these are sort of as bright and dynamic and punchy looking as you are going to get these TVs. I know you guys will probably set them up with your own picture settings, but you know, this is just to give you an indication of what you can expect, you know, when everything is pumped right up. So if you have got a really bright room, then this is what it potentially could look like. Now to me, the bottom one, which is the Samsung, is quite a bit brighter. I don't know how well that is coming across on camera. Let's just move around to a slightly different angle over here. And yeah, you can see that brightness there, sort of like washing out a little bit as we move around. Now this is something that both me and my family have noticed. We sat down and tested out these TVs, and we all sort of came to the same conclusion, that the LG does seem to have sort of more contrast to the image, but is darker, where the Samsung is a little bit more washed out, but is brighter. Without a doubt, it is the brighter of the two. So let's move around to this side and have a look at those reflections. So there we go, we can see the reflections off that window just there. And let's move down slowly. And there we go with those reflections there on the Samsung. Like I said, I know this isn't perfect going between the two, but it just gives you a rough idea of what to expect. So if I go back up, you can see those reflections appearing back on the other. And I don't know which one I'd say is doing a better job there. I think the extra sort of contrast helps the LG, but then you have got that little bit of extra brightness on that Samsung? I don't know. You let me know. So what we do is move around to the other side, and without having so many reflections, we can see what those viewing angles are like. So that's looking pretty good, this angle with this piece of material anyway, on the LG. Then the Samsung, again we've got that extra brightness there, but it does seem to sort of wash out a little bit more, I'd say. As you can see, I'll just move that around like that. I mean, this is extreme sort of conditions that I'm moving it around. Sorry if you're feeling seasick, but this is the best way to sort of show off those angles. You can see it washing out and then getting more contrast, seeing that colour back as we go more square on. So we do the same up the top. I mean, we are still losing a bit on the LG, but like I said, with this piece of material, I'd say it is doing a better job. And if I maybe chuck it on the wide angle a little bit there, move round, there we go. Sorry if I'm repeating the same thing, but you know, if you are looking to buy a new TV, they're going to want to make sure you're seeing what I'm seeing. So again, we'll try the same on the wide angle with the reflections. So there we go, that's a good one there, because we've got the reflection of that window sort of split between the two. I know it's not on exactly the same sort of part of the screen, but still it gives you an idea of what it is like. But yeah, that brightness is definitely better on the Samsung there at the bottom. Oh, it looks like it's sort of blowing out a little bit on camera. I mean, if I just sort of do the exposure on that one down the bottom there, just the camera, as you can see there, now I've got that sort of not blown out so much, that you can see now that this top one, which is the LG, now looks, you know, a bit darker. So the Samsung may appeal to some of you guys out there who want a brighter TV. So yeah, for me, if you want me to give an honest opinion, which one is the brighter, without a shadow of a doubt, it is the Samsung. So let's move on and fire up a piece of HDR material. Okie dokie, we are off now with my HDR demo footage, and there is a slight delay between the two TVs, but shouldn't make that much of a difference. Now once again, we can see that the LG does look a lot more sort of contrasty than the Samsung. So let's just move round and see if having HDR on makes much difference at all between the two. I don't think it will do, but I'll still run it anyway. And in a minute, what I will do is put on a piece of dark footage as well, so it's not sort of just bright material that we're going to be looking at in this test. There we go. So again, let's go around and have a look at those viewing angles. And yeah, that is pretty noticeable to put it on the wide angle. Again, once there, you can see on that grass, it looks more white on the Samsung. So what I'm going to do is just quickly change up the picture settings. Again, these are all on their max brightness, as you can see. So standard there we go. So standard on the top as well, backlight 100. And yeah, it's still doing exactly the same. More contrasty on the top, but brighter, and a bit more washed out on the bottom. Now if I just my camera here to sort of show off that extra brightness of the Samsung. So that looks quite a nice picture there, but you go up to the LG and you can see there that it's quite a bit darker. And we did feel as a family, looking at the two, that the the LG was losing a little bit of detail because of that sort of lack of brightness there. Right, got the final piece of footage loaded up now. And as you can see, a bit darker on this one, so we've got a bit of a contrast with the real sort of dark night sky there and the lights from the houses there. Let's move over here and have a look at those viewing angles. Now on this one, being darker, oh, I don't know, it is hard to say. I don't know. It's very difficult. I'd say that the blacks are looking slightly better on the Samsung there. If I just, come round there. Yeah, I'd say the blacks are looking a bit better. If you can see sort of the difference between there and there. Go a bit of a wide angle. This is very hard to do this. I've tried my best to sort of show you the differences between the two, so it's down to you guys to make your mind up which you prefer. Well, there you go then guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that video today, and if you did, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of the same in the future, including some gaming tests between these two rival TVs, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that bell icon, because otherwise you will not be notified of my latest uploads. So thanks very much for joining me today, and hopefully I'll catch you guys on next one. Bye for now.